Now, Jonathon, I want to move on to a series of rapid fire questions. I want to keep the answers to these relatively short so folks can understand whether you offer these or whether you're able through your ecosystem to make these available to firms. Does your firm or do you integrate with systems that handle case management or matter tracking?
When you think about case or matter management, there's the financial management of it, which we thrive on. When we think about matter and case management from a practice management standpoint, document tracking, emails and whatnot, that's not who we are. So part of our long-term strategy, we're going to make us much easier to integrate with other tools that do practice management. So we approach case management from an integration standpoint, especially looking at niche players around intellectual property or immigration.
Perfect. Does the system offer, or do you integrate with document management or document storage?
Through partners today, integrate with SharePoint and the Microsoft 365 platform. You'll see us integrate with NetDocuments and iManage. By the end of the year, we'll have one of those too.
Does the system offer, or do you integrate with time tracking and billing software?
We feel pretty strong at that. We own that, and that's why have come to be as a product. There's 4 different ways to track time in LeanLaw, and we have millions of timed entries on a yearly basis that are being produced in our product. So we feel really competent in that subject.
Does your system offer, or do you integrate with systems that offer calendar and schedule management capabilities?
That again goes back to that same integration strategy. When we look at Outlook, we see that from a time tracking perspective, not a case management perspective. And then, of course, docketing. We don't have a docketing tool today, but we will as part of this broader integration strategy.
Does the system offer built-in CRM or marketing features?
When we think about CRM, that's a loose term. We certainly have CRM functionality because we have the ability to add clients and custom form fields that people can add, and you can report off of those custom form fields. But we're not Lawmatics, so we're not trying to be a full marketing and CRM tool. We're working right now doing a beta integration with Lawmatics. So if someone wants to use that because they have a business to consumer law practice, Lawmatics might be a perfect tool for that.
Does your system offer financial and balance sheet reporting?
So when we think about reporting, we think about it in 2 buckets. If you talk about the firm's financials, the pure P&L, balance sheet, statement of cash flows, because we treat QuickBooks as a source of truth, you have a robust engine of financial reporting for the firm in QuickBooks. What LeanLaw thrives at is the client matter and attorney reporting. So within LeanLaw, we take all of the reporting around the client, the matter, and the attorney. So you can look at WIP bill collected. You can look at productivity, your write down, all of the things that a law firm really needs to understand in terms of the effectiveness of how the firm is operating. So it's not just talking about, hey, did we make money this quarter? It's saying, how much did we realize with a particular attorney, or what practice area are overperforming or underperforming? The other area that's very important to LeanLaw is our compensation tracking. This is probably one of the best and most unique features within LeanLaw, how dynamic and automated our full compensation tracking. It's all built off of who found it, who mines it, and who grinds it, the finder, miner, grinder. We have architecture at the firm level and settings, at the user level, and at the client matter level to handle many different facets and permutations of compensation tracking, all done in real time. And then, of course, the last piece of that is distribution. So just to summarize that, you have the full back end and back office financial reporting in QuickBooks, but then LeanLaw offers you a very customizable, very graphical representation of your law firm reporting.
How does your system ensure data security, privacy, and uptime or continuity?
As a young company, we're working towards a full SOC audit, and we're starting those best practice today. We've always picked really smart tools and used sensible tactics in terms of managing people's data. LeanLaw hosts its environment in the Microsoft Azure network. It's co-located in 2 environments. Our data sets are backed up to Amazon S3. So we're living in an architecture that's very secure. The second thing is that we're very careful about PCI compliance and other data. We don't try to take on something we're not ready to do. I know this is subtly a different question than what you're asking, but I think it's important, which is, how do you ensure that the right people have the right access to the data inside LeanLaw, meaning inside a firm, because that's another level of data security. And LeanLaw has a very flexible permissions architecture to make sure the right people in the firm have the right accessibility to the data.